engines scream and roar. Northwest Truck Series is kicking down the door. ARCA rigs are flying, dusting up the pines. Sasquatch in the stands, sipping moonshine. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Three wide in the corner, engines revving high. A southern tradition, leave the Northwest sky. Checkered flags are waving, hearts beat like a drum. Sasquatch roars for every single roar. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race drivers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Guitars are slinging, tracks taking a groove. Northwest boys got nothing to prove. Grabbing gears and rubbing doors. Northwest racers always bringing more. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Watch Northwest Racing with Charles, Wesley, and Jeremy on LSRTV. And maybe Bigfoot too.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What really sets On-Demand Shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to expect. Because we've printed stuff from anywhere from a small boutique shop all the way to Fortune 500 companies, we have experience that goes all across every industry you can think of. From a very small job to 200,000 plus shirt job, we can handle it. Your brand is more than just a logo, it's an identity. At On Demand Shirts, we create professional apparel that makes a statement. From uniforms to corporate gifts, your brand is in good hands. Contact us today so we can help elevate your company.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Northwest Racing iRacing series on LSRTV and proudly again on the Community Radio Network. As always, we're excited for another season of the best iRacing Pacific drivers of the Northwest putting on a show that you all enjoy every Monday night. Join us also on LSRTV or listen on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. The power of radio to the imagination of the listener, iRacing style, CRN, LSRTV for the Northwest Racing Series.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What really sets On Demand Shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to expect. Because we've printed stuff from anywhere from a small boutique shop all the way to Fortune 500 companies, we have experience that goes all across every industry you can think of. From a very small job to 200,000 plus shirt job, we can handle it. Your brand is more than just a logo, it's an identity. At On Demand Shirts, we create professional apparel that makes a statement. From uniforms to corporate gifts, your brand is in good hands. Contact us today so we can help elevate your company.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to coverage of the ARCA Northwest Racing Series. Tonight, we're down to the final 3 races of the season for 2025, and we're at the Rockingham Speedway, Rockingham, North Carolina, the site of tonight's event for the Northwest Racing Series ARCA cars. Welcome to our coverage from Thunder Alley, iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network. With myself, Wesley Outland, here with you. I am your announcer / color guy. Outland Wesley is my color guy. That's my alter ego, Outland Wesley. Find me on Facebook, Outland Wesley on Facebook. And obviously, Wesley Outland here with you. Charles Wooten is obviously punching the buttons. And we're not wasting no time. Like, I literally came in from doing football, walked in the door, ate about 4 tacos, sit down in the chair, and we're ready to go racing here at the Rock. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, ladies and gentlemen. On the pole, Ryan Bay. Brett Johnson, what a good qualifying run for him. He'll be the guy that leads us to the green flag on the pole. Starting on the Outside, row number 2 will find Christopher White, followed by Sean Breitzman. Row 3, Troy Daggett, Josh Childress. Always enjoy seeing them. Brian Barnes and company will tag the back there. Row number 4. Row 5, top 10 here at the Rock. We'll find the drivers of Paul Newton and others. Row number 6, Tyler King, Frank Harris, the legend. Row 7, Devin West and Clifford Toby Ritters. Always enjoy seeing what Clifford does. Then we go on to Chris Walters in the 9, Dana Rogers in the 07, row number 8. Row number 9, Sean Pomeroy in the 03 machine. Dan West Jr. mired in the back. Problems for him in qualifying here at the Rock. John Ottenbacher, Scott Hutchinson make up row number 10, top 20. And that is your lineup. Charles, I'm realizing there is no Jeff Stabnow tonight either. He is purposely missing races to throw off my counter. I don't think he's purposely doing it to me, but you know. Oh, okay. Family is family. That's good. The Rock, Rockingham Speedway, man, this is a very, very fun place. Over a mile in length, Thunder Alley. And we're ready to see what happens here as the field will be ready to come to green here in just a moment. Charles, take over for just a second. I've got an audio problem on my headset I need to fix.
I am taking over. I have commandeered this broadcast. What do I say? Oh, we're going racing. Y'all don't ever get to hear me. He sounds good on our end, so must be something with the radio broadcast. We were going to pace around a few laps. I encourage everyone out there to if you're tuning in.
Fixed now. Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Can you hear me? There we go.
I can hear you to begin with.
Something happened. I was cutting in and out. I don't know what the heck was going on. Nonetheless, we're going under green. We're at the Rock. We're green. It's go time. You have a sim race, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it started. See, I got a bad hump. Don't you hear that? You're not hearing anything? Okay. Got like a bad hum, a bad ticking noise, and we got a caution. Oh boy, Scott Hutchinson with a problem. And another car, looks like we'll go to the yellow flag. Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, it has been a while since we've had a yellow flag in the ARCA series, it seems. You're funny. Oh. Somebody zigged when they should have zagged on that play, right? I've got a bad technical issue. Can we go to a break? Let's go to a break and see if I can figure out what the heck's causing this. Everybody stay with us. We're back in a moment. It figures something would go wrong with me being here by my damn self.
So I ran to my car, got a new headset, back underway, green flag. Hopefully it sounds better. Welcome back to our coverage from Rockingham. What'd you say? Yeah, neither of you listen. Macaroni and cheese. What a burger. I'd say, I figured you would. Under caution there, had a little incident at the start. We saw what happened. Obviously, the Hoffman and Scott Hutchinson were underway. Green flag back out now. Let's see what they can do here now with this green flag run. And we need to pause quickly for station identification now. So if you're listening on the radio, we are just getting started. ARCA Northwest from the Rock, everybody. So glad you're with us. iRacing, LSRTV, and CRN as it looks like Brett Johnson outside pole car with a problem here at Rockingham in the early going also.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
We had football earlier, racing now. Thanks for joining us on CRN. For those watching on iRacing on LSRTV. By the way, let's take a look at the race analysis while we're live on the air. Presented by Race On. Race On, race information. As it's 125 laps, there it is tonight at the Rock. By the way, Jeremy Stanley is on a vacation, I believe is what he was telling me on Monday. He's on a family vacation, so I don't know if he's going to be back next Monday either. I think he's off. I think he's off this week and Monday and next Thursday, I think, too. So, Charles? Me? We're doing it to it. I got a feeling I'll be calling my race by myself. Charles doesn't like to talk unless he has to. He doesn't feel like talking. You talk when you're out of order? Oh, there you go. By the way, he does have 2 monitors for sale. Two TV monitors, $300 if anybody's interested. Reach out to livesimracing.com. I really was going to consider getting them, Charles. I hate to break your heart, but I can't see no need to continue to flood up my house with the monitors I don't even use. I mean, they're good to have for a backup plan. My luck is something will happen to one of my TV monitors. Hey, there's Josh Childress, man. What a great season this guy's had. He's trying to break through and get his first ever Northwest win. I take that back. He did win at the All-Star race. He was the Legends truck winner. The Legends Charlotte track. He won in the trucks. Gotta love Rockingham. Rockingham Speedway. I mean, I literally reminisce and think about going to the races as a kid. Think about announcing at Rockingham Speedway also. They brought the trucks, ARCA, and Xfinity Series here back on Easter weekend of this year. They're coming back next year as well, thanks to Bob Sargent, Track Enterprises. And we're 15 laps into this one here next time by. And already Ryan Bay continuing to lead the way here. He's leading this thing. Ryan Bay comfortably out in front. Let's take a look at the weather conditions, by the way. Kaufman Creative Weather, bottom right. It'll pop up here in just a moment. There it is. We're called back up now. Just before 11 o'clock in the morning. Sim temp is 72. Track temp 87%. Wind is at 14 miles an hour. That's kind of the way it is in, Richmond County, North Carolina, or Rockingham. Yeah, they are single file, and everybody's kind of being patient around the racetrack right now. There's Brian Barnes. There's, well, we had a caution-free race the other night for the playoffs. Couldn't believe that. We did. Texas, caution-free. 200 miles, 134 laps, no yellow flag. One caution at the start of this race. Right now, everybody just kind of being patient, going around the racetrack. By the way, everybody in the top 12 stayed out on the racetrack. Anyone else that pitted from Devon West on back came down pit road. Ryan Bay continuing to hold on to this one. Sean Brightsman there. Their second place battle as Josh Childress reeling him in now as they work their way back into the corner. And just a good quiet run right now for these guys as they work their way back around the racetrack. And obviously currently it's Ryan Bay holding on to that top spot. Sean Brightsman. Josh Childress. There's Josh Childress down on the inside. He'll make a move on Brightsman. Brightsman up high. Childress almost below the yellow apron line. And right now they're going to go side by side. Brightsman will battle back on Childress. And that's the best battle we're seeing right now. Just look out behind you. Here comes also Chris White. Here, Kitty. Brian Barnes also, former Northwest Cup Series champion. Good solid run going for him right now. And probably the best battle on the racetrack is between Chris Walters and the white 9 and the number 7 of Johnson. Brett Johnson, by the way, had an issue, went behind the wall. Johnson is a lap down. Walter's a lap down as well, so they're fighting for that lucky dog or free pass position, if you will. As Childress up in the wall again. There goes Sean Brightsman down to lead. Hey, by the way, if you're tuned in and you're a fan of Race On live coverage or on replay, the Mod Wars 100 was canceled. I think it was supposed to start tonight or last night, right? Wasn't it supposed to start last night? And it has been canceled. Is the family member still in the hospital? I see you. Don't tell me he passed. Oh, no information at this time, but I do know the track owner was in the hospital in critical condition. I do know that. That was on Monday. But for that reason, Mod Wars 100 was canceled. A lot of modified guys that were planning to go down to the Lone Star State of Texas now thinking of other places to go to. I think a lot of them are now going to make the trip up to Pennsylvania, Bedford Speedway Fairgrounds in Pennsylvania for the Troutman Family Memorial. The only reason I plugged that is because obviously it's dirt car, modified section. Johnson and Walters side by side. Look at that great battle going on there. And by the way, they are a lap down. So are they fighting for something to lap down? You damn right they are, because they're fighting to be the first car to get the free pass. Johnson gone sideways! Johnson sideways below the apron. He loses all that momentum he had on the line of Walters. And we got a replay, production truck, Mr. Engineer sound, Charles. Check this out, replay time. Watch the 7. What a save, by the way. Wow. Wowzers. Go, Gadget, stay in the gas. And that's exactly what Johnson was trying to do there after getting sideways. Unbelievable. Under 100 laps remaining. Well, that wild game comes down to an end, 31-21. The Bills over the Dolphins. I just saw that while I was preparing to do this show with you guys. That was pretty crazy, pretty wild. Good game. Right now, Ryan Bay continuing to run away with this thing. Bay, Brightsman, Childress, look at now. Wow, Christopher White making a move for third on the 39 as he's up on the high side. Already under 100 laps to go. As a matter of fact, there's 93 remaining at the line. Thanks for all of y'all that are joining us. Hit that like and follow. Don't forget, LSRTV and Leadfoot TV and CRN will have coverage of late models this weekend. Late Model Sunday. LSRTV Late Model Sunday, the championship race for Martinsville for the Ross Dalton Racing Driver Development Late Model E-Tour. And if that wasn't enough, also Southern National, that'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern, the Leadfoot Racing League presented by Eastern Technical Design from Southern National Motorsports Park. And then at 10 o'clock, the championship race. 200 laps at Martinsville for the Ross Dalton Racing Late Model E-Tour. And they're going to be coming back with some more races and more things to come. LSRTV as well with the coverage. As right now, Childress bouncing off the safer barrier. He was in third, losing ground now to Brightsman. Where have all the battles gone? Do, 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 do. Oh, well. I mean, it actually is a very quiet race right now, right? I mean, literally. By the way, don't forget the Northwest Truck Series playoffs continue for season number 12 Monday night. And we talked about it. We're going to be going to Pocono, the Tricky Triangle Pocono Raceway. After a caution-free race at Texas, the final race of the round of 12 will be decided. Join us this upcoming Monday night. I got a feeling it'll be me and Charles, unless I can find somebody to work with me. I'll be solo, riding solo. Outland Wesley, yes, my alter ego. Outland Wesley, Wesley Outland. If anybody wants to add me on Facebook, Northwest Friends, Outland Wesley. Last name first, first name last. Like that driving instructor said to that boy in that movie, License to Drive. Do you remember that movie, Charles? Oh, man, I had to get a sip of sweet tea. That is so good. 40 laps, by the way. Let's give you your top 10 as it stands right now. Ryan Bay in the lead. Josh Childress in second. Sean Brightsman third. Christopher White fourth. Brian Walsh top 5. Then it is then it's Paul Newton, Dan West Jr., Troy Daggett, Tyler King, and Frank Harris, your top 10. Hey, can we crank it up? Race on, sound off. The sound of the cars going around the rock as we are heading toward No static camera. No, not. Okay, fire the production guy. I got you. Yeah, because Jeff was doing some R&D practice last night, wasn't he? Doing some testing. It's all good. Find me something. Give me something. You're horrible. You're a horrible person. .45 at 125 laps, and now former Cup Series champion Brian Barnes battling three-time truck champion Dan West Jr. That goes on around the racetrack. Take your pick. There goes, whoa, Sean Brightsman dirt tracks it off four. We got a caution. Caution is out. I'm not sure what for. Was that little sideways enough to trigger a caution? No, it's Harrison 77. The Valvoline machine forward, and Frank Harris goes around. And this will stop a very lengthy green flag run. Caution out here. Here's a replay. Wow. Oh. Frank Harris going around there in the 77. Caution will wave. And I got a feeling pit road's about to become a busy place. And as I say that, here they come. Fighting the clouds now, as it is a clear day, now partly cloudy, just around 11 o'clock a.m. in sim temp. So the sim temp is around 72. Track temp is close to 88 degrees. That cloud cover could really change the barometric pressure and the temperature. Sean Brightsman, by the way, just overshot his pit stall. These temperatures, this cloud cover over the racetrack could really intense the racing. Cars will tighten, loosen. Who will hit the right setup as Ryan Bay entered first, out first. He's the man leading. Ryan Bay, Josh Childress, Chris White, Dan West Jr., Paul Newton, Frank Harris being showed as the leader, but now he'll peel down to the pit lane, as well as Brett Johnson. We're taking a break. More from the Rock as we head towards 50 completed, 75 to go. Stay with us here. This is iRacing on LSRTV and CRN of the ARCA Northwest Racing Series.
What really sets On Demand shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here, and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to expect. Because we've printed stuff from anywhere from a small boutique shop all the way to Fortune 500 companies, we have experience that goes all across every industry you can think of. From a very small job to 200,000 plus shirt job, we can handle it. Your brand is more than just a logo, it's an identity. At On Demand Shirts, we create professional apparel that makes a statement. From uniforms to corporate gifts, your brand is in good hands. Contact us today so we can help elevate your company.
Back to green here at the Rock. And we're understanding a black flag on the restart for Chris Walters. Penalty for Walters is going to put him a lap down again as he just got back on the lead lap. Ryan Bay back into the lead. Green flag flies. We're back to green. And black flag understanding has now been clear on the 9 of Walters. So, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And just like that, Chris Walters will stay on the lead lap. Right. Boy, that sun come out. Look at it out of nowhere. Remember, it was cloudy during the pit stops. Now, 51 laps in, the sun beaming back as Josh Childress up into the safer barrier. Sideways, Chris White. Dan West Jr. into the 19 off 4. Caution is out. We talk about the cloud cover. We talk about the sun coming out. We talk about making the track conditions slippery. Just like that, that's exactly what just happened again. Watch Chris White into the left rear. Right here. Nowhere to go. Dan West Jr. into the left rear of his bumper, and around goes the 19. Watch this one more time. I mean, well, actually, now that I think about it, Chris White was already sideways. Brian Barnes front noses into the safer barrier to miss the 19 also. Caution out. This is the third one of the race. So the yellow flag will wave again. Under the yellow flag again as we go back under the caution. Let's give them something to talk about. What am I talking about, Charles? What are we putting up on the screen? Orange, right? Orange phone. Not you. You are? I thought you were $300 in debt. He said not dead. Oh. Has anybody chomped at the bit to take your offer for the monitors? I thought you put it on social media. I saw a Facebook post. I got you. Well, nonetheless, we will get ready for a restart here as another quick caution has came out over the racetrack. Field already bunched up side by side. We're coming to the green. They'll be coming up on the... Oh, yeah, they can hear you. 70 left to go. They'll be coming up on halfway at lap 63, about 9 laps from now, 8 laps from now. Pace car is in. Back to the restart zone. Back underway at the Rock. Good man. Oh, no. Never mind, I stand corrected. You are not the man. Not the mama, not the mama. Oh, anyhow, Ryan Bay in the lead again on a restart. Man, this guy has just been strong all night long in that number 29 machine. And Ryan Bay on the cusp of trying to go for another win. By the way, don't forget, penultimate race of the season for ARCA is next Thursday night. The season is winding down. We're going to the bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week. The championship at Chicagoland, the day after my birthday, October 2nd. Be there. Make your plans today. Well, with a very quiet race so far, it's been okay. No, I'll take that back. We've had cautions. We've had cautions. It's not been a wreck fest, but we've had cautions. Coming upon halfway, let's take a look at the Virginia811.com race summary so far. Cross flags about 3 laps from now. 3 cautions, 9 laps total under yellow, and no lead changes from Paul Newton hitting the wall just a moment ago, but from leading from the start to doing pit stops, leading, coming out as a leader, it has been all the number 29 of Ryan Bay leading this race here at the Rock. Ryan Bay looking for his 5th win. If he wins this race, it will tie him with Devin West with 5 wins on the year as well. And how about Devin West, the reigning defending truck champion of the Northwest, now trying to go after another truck title. He's in the next round automatically because Dan West Jr. and then Devin were the winners this past weekend in Texas. And as I say that, Devin West is also the points leader by 31 points over Ryan Bay. So how cool is that? Devin West, the points leader by 31 over Ryan Bay, who's leading. Sean Brightsman, 53 back. Correction, sorry. 84 back behind the leader is Sean Brightsman. 94 back is Tyler King. Mathematic. Wait till now. For the trucks. No. Wasn't Devin West a truck champion? That's right. It came down between the West family. Yeah, Dan West Jr. was the defending champion. And there he is right there, having a good solid run. Dan West Jr. Dan West Jr., Devin West. Homestead, Miami is when he won it. 4 points decided. 6 points for the championship. For the podium, Jeff Stabnow was 11 points back. Everybody else was 896 points back or more. But the top 4 separated by 11 points in that finale when Dan West Jr., father-son battling. And Dan West Jr. was able to pick up the win. He is a 3-time champion. He's won it back-to-back before in 2020 and 2021. And then, of course, again. And Dan West Jr. also won a cup title. Devin West looking good right now. He's trying to put himself in the catbird seat to lock up an ARCA title and a Truck Series title. And I don't think we've had anybody ever do that in the same year, Charles, as long as we've covered it on LSRTV. We've been working together since 2020. Long time. Yeah, neither did I. Hold it box. 7. Yeah, somebody's been sleeping in my bed. You remember that show, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, right? It was a book. It was a TV show. It was a. Yeah. Somebody's been sleeping in my bed. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. 15 laps to go here. Doing out? It is. Shut up. Leave me alone. Ace iRacing, Toby Ritters and company. Hello. I'm bummed I got caught up in that wreck. Oh, shoot. That sucks. Like button smash. Thank you, sir. Hope you guys are having a great night. Thank you, Toby. I'm bummed, too. I just couldn't slow down. Thought I had someone above me. But after the replay, I didn't. Lap freaking 1. There you go. So caution coming out at lap number 1. Fastest man on the racetrack, by the way, has been and still is third place driver Josh Childress right now. 23.336. Charles thought it was going to be the leader right in May, but it's not. 23.336 is the time to beat. And man, right now, turning blistering laps is Josh Childress trying to run down the road course king, Paul Newton, and Ryan Bay up in front as well. 75 of 125 laps. We are at 50 laps to go now. So the race is going on here. Ryan Bay, Josh Childress, Paul Newton. Dan West Jr., Paul Newton, Tyler King. How about Christopher White, man, bouncing himself back up there. There you see him right now behind Tyler King. That's Chris White of the 19. And you see Sean Breitzman. 6, 7, 8. The Bull Ring at Vegas, Pocono, all next week. Northwest Racing Series. Don't forget this Sunday on LSRTV, Leadfoot TV, and the Community Radio Network. Got coverage of the Leadfoot Racing League Late Model E-Tour. They're going to be at Southern National. Then later that evening at 10 p.m., it is the championship race finale in the Ross Dalton Racing Late Model E-Tour. 200 laps at the Paperclip at Martinsville. Charles, how long has it been since we had late models on LSRTV? Been a while since last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. Smart. I like that. Oh. That's right. I mean, that's the only one I could. Well, I think I told somebody it was the Northwest Super Late Model Series. That was a winter series, if you remember. And we got Troy Daggett down in the grass. He's spinning, but he's out of harm's way in the infield grass. No caution will be thrown. He'll keep going in the K&M not entry 99, and we'll stay green. But the man, the other one I was thinking of was obviously, you know, the Northwest Super Late Model Series. And then there was the NASRA Outlaw Super Late Model Series. That's all I could think of, Charles. Been a while. The KM Nautical 99 going around Nautical. And he's back in forward momentum. We'll stay green. It's like Daggett might be coming down the pit lane, and he is. There was. A lot of people don't remember my LSRTV debut for this tenure. Not for the crook that was Laura Lawson, but for this tenure was COVID of 2020, and it was the Morris Family Memorial Race that we did for Martinsville, and it was a co-sanctioned thing between LSRTV and Speed 51 TV. I remember the first time I was told LSRTV, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And then I found out that it was Charles. Different people, not not that crook. And been happy ever since. Yeah. Do what? Where did time go? Man, I'm telling you, man. Oh, you're trying to reel me back in. I got you. He said 40 to go. 40 laps remaining. No, listen. I mean, I'm telling you, she was a crook. I used to say bad names, not live on the air, but I don't care if she knows or not. I know she lives in Georgia. I can tell you that much. No, on Facebook. I think I got tagged in a friend suggestion. I said, no, block. Maybe not block, but at least ignore it. Yeah, this race has gone by very quickly. Look at this, under 40 laps to go down. Gotta love the Rock, man. You never know what type of race you see at the Rockingham Speedway. And you gotta be thinking here, can you go the distance? Can you not go the distance? Is pit stops gonna be something we consider to see again? I don't know. What do you think, Charles? Late race caution, or we race to the finish? Racing to the finish. Find out today. Right now, closing in on 10 laps to 100, 35 to go. Of course, as we aforementioned, the leader up in front right now is the driver of Ryan Bay. What a job for the man of the 29-39. Josh Childress back in second and third. Paul Newton. Just a very calm, collective, cool race as we move into the finish of the race tonight. Does anybody got anything for Ryan Bay? That is the $1 million question without $1 million going to somebody. A very quiet race. I mean, it's had its share of moments, right? What did we say? 3 or 4 cautions, am I right, Charles? Like, literally, I mean, right. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be honest with you, I think the cautions, they fell at the right time also, because there were moments when it was like, okay, maybe things are getting strung out. Maybe we need a caution, something interesting would happen to bunch it back up, and we go again. Okay. Yeah, it's a very quiet race. I mean, no, you're serious. It's not seriously though. It's a very quiet race. I mean, things going by, very quiet. Everything's going good. I must have passed. Down the back straightaway, look at the battle for second now. That is Newton, Childress, and Brightsman going at it here at the Rock. Whoa, Childress sideways there for just a moment. Held it together as he's up against the wall. They work their way back into the turn number 3 and 4. Ryan Bay, by the way, with a 3-second lead over Paul Newton. Still the fastest man on the racetrack is that man up ahead of Brightsman, the black 39, Josh Childress. Well, he's about 3.5 seconds back to the leader, but 23:336. Fastest time on the racetrack right now, and he is currently up into the wall. Boy, you want to talk about rim riding. Riding the wall at the Rock is Childress. Seven remaining. Continuing closer and closer to the home stretch and lap 100. There goes Childress again up high. Got Newton down below. Boy, did you see how loose Childress was a moment ago? Somehow he held it together. Unbelievable. Now is 25 laps to go. Lap 100 on the board. Under 25 to go now, and literally Ryan Bay has just been the Pied Piper here tonight at the Rock. Nobody has been able to hang with this guy, literally. Where are you going to this weekend, Charles? Or are we going to see you on Race On or behind the scenes, I guess? There you go. That'll be a fun trip. Dan West Jr. down below on the inside. You'll have it, won't you? Like, don't be messing with your phone when you're driving. Closing in on 20 to go next time by. The green flag stretch of the race going on here. We need to pause quickly for station identification, and you're listening on the radio. Well, trouble, got a car in the wall. Caution, not out yet. I think it's the 19 of Chris White. And now he'll trigger the yellow. Yellow flag will fly. Well, this changes everything. By the way, Dana Rogers, I think, was going to get a piece of it, but he did miss it as he's driving down below. Watch this. Look at Christopher White. Photo One Media into the wall. Front nose locks him up. Keep on that camera right there. You'll see Dana Rogers pop into view. And Dana Rogers behind Chris White, but the caution was already displayed. Yellow flag is out, under 20 laps to go. What is important? Track position or pitting? We'll find out after station identification if you're listening on the radio.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Ryan Bay is committing to coming to pit lane. Everybody pits, except for Devin West, a lap down. He's going to get a lap back, and Frank Harris as well being showed down as the new leader. He did not come down to the pit lane. Welcome back to our coverage. I'm Wesley Outland. Outland Wesley in the booth, riding solo. Charles Wooten punching the buttons, and the money stop with under 20 laps remaining, 18 to go actually. And these drivers taking on tires and fuel. It looks like it's a 4-tire stop for the Nium app. Number 29, Sean Breitzman, ready to roll the dice. He's right there behind him. And for the first time tonight, there is somebody else leading besides besides Ryan Bay. Frank Harris is actually leading this race. There he is in 77. But Frank Harris is going to psych everybody, act like he's coming to the pit lane, but he did not. Brett Johnson comes in on pit road. Brian Barnes, Christopher White are exiting. Lights off on the pace car. We get ready for an old-fashioned Saturday night short track shootout. Would you have it any other way? Frank Harris had a caution earlier in the race. He has rallied back to the lead. Frank Harris in the lead. The only problem is he pitted at lap 53. Everyone else behind him in the top 12 pitted at lap 107. Frank Harris on the inside, Ryan Bay to the outside. Ryan Bay ready to go back to the front and claim his spot here to tie Devin West with 5 wins on the year. Frank Harris, how hungry is the legend in the Valvoline 77? Back to green, coming to 15 to go, and we got trouble. Sean Breitzman and Frank Harris get together. It happened on the bottom of the racetrack, and for that reason, no yellow flag. We still race on, 15 to go. And by the way, Ryan Bay up in front again. Man, I can't tell. It looked like Sean Breitzman tagged the back of Harris's car as they were just bump drafting off the corner. Nonetheless, both cars down to the bottom of the racetrack, and we stay green. We race on. Look at Childress and King side by side. This is for 3rd and 4th. Dan West Jr. right there behind Newton. And another caution. Devin West has crashed at the start-finish line, or at least in the restart zone. So a problem for the Shelton Washington driver. Watch this, the number 5 of Devin West. He goes up high, he locks it up, and then he spins, overcorrects, puts the front nose lightly off the safer barrier in the restart zone, and the caution will fly again. Yellow flag out. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're getting ready for the shootout here at the Rock. Stay with us, ARCA Northwest Racing Series, LSRTV and CRN.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Northwest Racing iRacing Series on LSRTV, and proudly again on the Community Radio Network. As always, we're excited for another season of the best iRacing Pacific drivers of the Northwest, putting on a show that you all enjoy every Monday night. Join us also on LSRTV or listen on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. The power of radio to the imagination of the listener, iRacing style, CRN, LSRTV for the Northwest Racing Series.
A mean word, but I really do. Welcome back to our coverage. This week. You did what? Bing, bing, bing. Oh. Welcome back, everybody, to our coverage. I'm Wesley Outland. I'm about to strangle our producer. You heard it here first. It's No, I'm not going to do that. He's my buddy. He's my pal. Even though it's tough to do it in real life. And yeah, we're coming back to green. What a burger. There you go. I'll strangle you and then I'll feed you. And then I'll strangle you again. Pace car back out. Coming to green, under 10 to go, everybody. Ryan Bay wants to claim his fame here at the Rock. But look who has come to try to spoil the party. Three-time truck champion, the former Cup champion, Dan West Jr., number 55. Son Devin struggling tonight. Dan West Jr. looking good. He's now battling with Childress and Newton for second. 3-car battle, making a 4-car battle for the bridesmaid spot with King on the high side at 21. 7 to go here at the Rock. So it is go time. Anybody got anything for Ryan Bay? You better unveil it. You better unveil it now, because it has been sheer domination by the driver of the number 29 tonight, up on the high side. Click, click, click. Here he comes, working off turn 4. Another lap for the board. 5 to go now. We close in on the finish of this one. As look at Ryan Bay continuing to hit his marks. He is the leader. In that top position, if you will. The top spot, kid. Three to go. Down the back straightaway. Look at the drive that this man has. Talk about a man on a mission. He certainly is. Two to go. Working now down the back straightaway. Penultimate lap of the race. Down to the final 3 races of the year. The penultimate race of the season next weekend. The bull ring in Vegas and then Chicagoland for the finale. Newton's got a dive off 4, can't get there. White flag in the air, CRN 1 to go. We've got football, we've got racing all weekend. Check it out at wearecrn.com. Down the back straightaway. Ryan Bay wanting to join Devin West as the 5-time winner this year. He will do just that unless Paul Newton can mount a charge. He slams off the wall. He'll settle for second. Ryan Bay, 5th win of the year here at the Rock. Ryan Bay will pick up his 5th win, tying with Devin West. 12 top 5s, 15 top 10s. For the driver of the number 29. There's that beautiful looking race car, Ryan Bay. He was not going to let anybody get in his path from winning here tonight at the Rock because he was the dominator the entire race. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of the CRN Super Speedway Challenge. Also, Rockingham Speedway did not disappoint, no doubt about it. Let the celebration begin at the Rock. Welcome to the Rock. And there goes Stephen Paulison slamming into the victory lane car of Ryan Bay. Paul Newton will put in a slam. So will Brian Barnes trying to hit him in reverse. Everybody's missing Ryan Bay. He wants to celebrate and burn it down. The Northwest High Five salute. Anybody got anything more for the 29? Down below the start-finish line. The Nium app number 29. And the celebration is on down below the flag stand there. Paul Newton. Paul Newton, you got anything left? Paul Newton, you going to hit the 29? Oh, somebody's coming in full speed ahead. Look out. Keep an eye. Watch this. Oh, my goodness. Well, Brian Barnes went full send. Here's the results tonight, ladies and gentlemen, of the final race of the Series CRN Super Speedway Challenge. And there it is. Ryan Bay will pick up the win here over Paul Newton. Dan West Jr. will finish 3rd. We'll talk to those drivers coming up next. Josh Childress, Chris White, your top 5. Tyler King, Stephen Paulison, Brian Barnes, Frank Harris, Sean Breitzman. By the way, the top 10. Rest of the finishing order behind the top 10 on the lead lap. Chris Walters, a solid race for him. Everybody else, multiple laps down or more. Devin West just struggled tonight. He finishes in 12th. Brett Johnson, Dana Rogers, Troy Daggett, top 15, 25 laps, 50 laps or more in the back down for the rundown, including Troy Daggett. Then it's Scott Hutchinson, John Onenbacher, Sean Pomeroy, Paul Hoffman, Toby Ritters. There it is, the end of the night of the 20-car field. Real quickly, your race summary presented by Virginia811.com. 5 cautions, 15 caution laps on a 125-lap race, so 10 laps under green flag conditions, 15 under yellow. 2 lead changes, and that was the lead changes between Frank Harris pitting, not pitting, Ryan Bay pitting, Ryan Bay getting the lead back. That's it. Virginia811.com reminding you to dig with care. Coming up, Ryan Bay, Paul Newton, Dan West Jr., they're all on the other side. Stay with us. We're taking a quick time out. We'll grab them next. Welcome back to the Rock as the finishing race is over for the drivers of the ARCA Northwest Series. Wesley Outland here with you, riding solo tonight. And when it's all said and done, Ryan Bay joins Devin West as a 5-time winner of the year, trying to do what he can to try to force a opportunity to pull an upset for the championship with now 2 races remaining. The Bull Ring at Vegas next week and then Chicagoland. Ryan, listen, when I say big kudos to you, and obviously where's the hand clap at? I have to give you a hand clap, sir. When you dominate, you dominated, and I think nobody was nowhere in the league of the 29 car. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Wes. I appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. I'm good at these bigger tracks, I feel like, are my strength. Doing everything I can to catch back up to Devin because he's good everywhere. Kind of had a good night tonight had a good night here, and unfortunately Devin had a bad night, but that's good news for me in the points, so we'll see how the next 2 races go. Apparently I really like tracks with really weird lines and really weird turns. Like, I love Darlington, and this is my first race ever at Rockingham, and apparently I just like really weirdly shaped ovals with weird racing lines because that was a ton of fun.
I was going to say, you look really, really good. And secondly, you wasn't going to let Paul Newton or somebody come up here and take this thing away from you at the late rally, were you? I mean, your car was just flawless today.
Yeah, I found a really interesting line yesterday in practice. I ran probably 100 laps because, like I said, I'd never run the track before. And that high line Paul got to me like 3 and 4. He'd get down to my inside, but that high line was really hard to beat. So I tried to keep it up there and tried to keep the right rear on it at the same time. And it turned out to work out pretty well.
Well, buddy, we want to get off the air here rather quickly. Congratulations to you, sir. Obviously, final question. Thank your sponsors. This has got to be putting pep in your step to make a run towards the championship now, Annie.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We got the Bull Ring next week, which I'm not expecting to do well at, but then we have Chicagoland after that, and I'm expecting to do pretty well there. So we'll see how it goes with the drop weeks and the points. It's going to be exciting. If you guys want to check out a cool iRacing stats website, check out Nyoom.app, Nyoom.app. Thanks, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ryan Bay, by the way. First season with us in ARCA. He's having a darn good blast. It's now his 5th win of 16 races, now 17 races, counting tonight. So in 17 races, 5 wins, 12 top 5s, and now 15 top 10s. No doubt about it, a good run. And by the way, Devin West struggled tonight. He finished 12th, a couple of laps down. He did finish, but it is going to look like it's going to be those guys for the championship, no doubt about it. Let's grab Paul Newton, the road course king. I have to get that out of my head. I know I've called you that for years, but man, you did really good. I mean, you actually were trying to threaten a rally to run down Bay here at the end of this race. Man, you're taking tonight and surviving the rock, as they say.
Yeah, just all day I was trying to save tires, so I really didn't know what I was going to have on that final short run. I've never run the high line, and that's what you got to do on the short line here. I've been running a weird line all day. Like Ryan said, he found a weird line. I found a different weird line that was working for me. Rockingham is just kind of that way, so I'm really surprised I could hang up there on the short run too. So had a lot of fun. I always love racing at Rockingham.
And I'll tell you what, a good solid run. And at the end, you were making a rally to catch Bay. What would you have done differently to try to get around him? Do you feel like if you had another lap, you could have got around him there? Were you saving tires? What was the key there and just coming up short at the end?
Well, you asked me that exact same question in the truck race at Rockingham, where the exact same thing happened. I came up just short on the last lap, so
yeah.
I don't know that I could do anything against Ryan. He ran a real flawless race, and I want to congratulate him. Nothing really I could have done. I don't think I gave it everything I had.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, please thank your sponsor, sir, and good job on the second place.
All right, thank you, Paul Newton Design. Thank you, Trading Paints. Thank you, Beaver State Racing. And I want to thank LSRTV for these excellent broadcasts and Northwest Racing Series for the best league I've ever been a part of. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, my friend. There, ladies and gentlemen, that is Paul Newton. When it's all said and done, Paul Newton in the number 2 position, and obviously truck 27. Another good solid race here tonight. And Dan West Jr., always great hearing from him. He's won in the trucks. He's the defending truck champion, a 3-time champion at that. And now, Devin struggled tonight. Am I right? Son struggled, Devin. But, Dan, you did everything you could to have a good, solid podium. Obviously, frustration for the son, but a good podium for the father.
Yeah, we didn't really put the practice in, and it showed. So, I mean, our qualifying laps were not good. Started at the back. Devin, there was a car that had spun on the front straightaway and clipped Devin, which pretty much ended his night. So he just was kind of in cleanup mode, just kind of getting all he could get, right? So, and then I tried knocking every wall down around me, had wheel damage, which actually I felt like the car was better, but kind of weird. So to come home third, I feel, ecstatic, to be honest with you, but I love this track. So it was a frustrating night for me personally, because I just felt like I wasn't doing everything I needed to do behind the wheel. But nobody was catching Ryan. Ryan was sneaking up the show and driving away, and he had that line, clicking up there. So I think that even if I know Paul gave it a hell of a shot, and I was sitting in a good seat to watch that, but I just don't think you could complete the pass when a guy gets a run off the top like that.
Really good, solid run, no doubt about it. When it was all said and done, sir, a good third place finish, obviously. Dan, can we see you try to get in here? And I mean, I know right now I think it's 200 points, but Devin West is going to come out of here with the points lead, not by much. I mean, I think they've updated the points, and it's 3 points. So what is it going to take for you and Devin to try to, I guess not the words buckle down, because obviously you got a life and you're busy and everything else, but do you got to hit the sim? Do you got to get seat time at the Bull Ring in Chicagoland? And how grueling is that going to be, especially with 2 different racetracks in similarities or configurations?
Yeah, as far as the first part of that question, Wesley, yeah, we're trying to run for a championship over there with the truck side, build sets. That's a whole nother job in itself, man. That's it's tough. So I really enjoy these ARCA cars because we can usually just show up and be halfway competitive, and not put all the work in and building sets and whatnot. So I do really enjoy this series. There's some pretty good, there's some top-notch drivers in it. Unfortunately, we have Ryan here with us in it. So I definitely will plan on running the rest of the series. And Bull Ring, I've never ran there, so we'll definitely have to make a few laps.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, pal, please thank your sponsors. Appreciate it.
LSRTV guys are the best, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate all my teammates. Appreciate Northwest Racing Series for putting this on and allowing us to come out here and take a hard day at work and relax and have some fun with these guys. I appreciate all the racers that come out here each night, and congrats to Ryan for an awesome win and Paul for a really good night and putting on a show. Thanks, guys.
Dan West Jr., ladies and gentlemen, finishing up here again tonight in the third position. Josh Childress, Chris White, a solid top 5. When we leave the Rock and we go to the penultimate race of the season next week, it will be the battle there between Devin West and Ryan Bay. Sean Brightsman, just 96 points separate them. So it's looking like it's going to be a West Bay showdown, no doubt about it. The Bull Ring in Vegas next week. No, don't forget Monday, Pocono, final race in the first round of the playoffs. All of that is forthcoming. Late model Sunday, LSRTV. We've got the Leadfoot Racing League late models at Southern National, and then the Ross Dalton Racing late model E-Tour finale championship at the Paperclip Martinsville Speedway. All of that coming up here for the week ahead. Jeremy Stanley is off. I think he's on vacation. He won't be back next Monday either, so I'll probably be in the hot seat by myself calling the action. But thanks as always to Charles Wooten punching the buttons. Thanks to Jeff Stabnow, everybody with the Northwest Racing Series. With that said, enjoy the rest of your week. Ryan Bay wins race number 5 of the season, tying Devin West tonight at Rockingham. We'll see you next Thursday night at the Bull Ring at Vegas. It should be interesting. Thanks for watching and listening.